Hello and a very warm welcome to you from the Ulsan Munsu Football Stadium, home of the reigning AFC Champions League winners, Ulsan Hyundai Football Club. This is a big one. It's the AFC Champions League round of 16, and we've got two outstanding sides coming up against each other in what is arguably the tie of the round. The leaders in the K-League, Ulsan Hyundai, taking on the leaders of J1 in Japan, Kawasaki Frontale, right here. And what a game we have ahead of us. Now, there's been plenty of excitement and chatter around Asian football circles with regard to this game as we just have a look at the conditions here. A bit of rain, 21 degrees Celsius, 90% humidity. Should be a nice slick surface for some quick, free-flowing football between these two sides. And we know these two sides can absolutely play a high level of football. It is a hugely anticipated contest, and with good reason. Both of these teams breezed through their groups, picking up 6 wins from all 6 matches in the competition so far. And that was the first time that either team was actually able to manage that feat. Ulsan scoring 13 and conceding just 1 in their 6 Group F matches, while Kawasaki Frontale hammered home 27 goals, conceding only 3 as they dominated and dismantled their opposition in Group I. Now, both these sides have met on 7 previous occasions in the competition, but this is the first time that they'll be meeting in the knockout stage of the Champions League. Ulsan Hyundai are 2-time champions. They'll be looking to return to the quarterfinals for the 4th time. That is the same goal for Kawasaki, who previously featured in the last 8 in the 2007, 2009 and 2017 editions. And for Kawasaki, they'll be hoping to continue on and go all the way to potentially claim their first ever AFC Champions League crown. For Ulsan, well, this is seen as another step in their title defense. If they do go all the way and claim their 3rd title, that will see them become the first side to retain the Champions League crown since Al Ittihad in 2004 and in 2005. And let's remember, AFC Champions League title that was won by Ulsan in 2012. They went unbeaten in that campaign, and they repeated that feat last year, going all the way to the title without losing a match. Hong Myung-bo's side are looking intent on the 3rd such record at this year's edition. They've won all 6 of their matches so far, coming into this in a wonderful run of form as well. Just a bit of background for you then on how Ulsan have arrived in the round of 16. They had a modest start to the campaign. They needed a stoppage time winner from Lucas Hinteseer to get past the debutants Vietel FC before more comfortable 2-0 and 3-0 wins over BG Pathum United and Kaya FC Iloilo respectively. There was a slimmer margin of victory in the 2nd meeting with Kaya. Many thanks to Yoon Bit Garam for his brace in that game, with a more comfortable 3-0 win over Vietel and a 2-0 win against BG Pathum United. Signed off an impressive group stage for the Horangi. Ulsan perhaps didn't quite set the group stage alight with a flurry of goals, unlike Kawasaki, their opponents tonight. Just those 13 goals scored, being the joint lowest among the group winners, but their 5 clean sheets and just the 1 goal conceded in 6 games really showed an element of control, maturity and professionalism in holding off the opposition and making their way through as group winners. There's Wondu J there with the captain's armband, an incredibly talented, very impressive young man at 23 years of age, leading this Ulsan side out here for this massive clash. Now on the domestic front, Ulsan, they've looked in good shape. They currently lead K-League 1 by 4 points after they played out a goalless draw in the top of the table clash with their title rivals Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors last Friday. Hong side are also unbeaten in their last 9 matches in all competitions coming into this, with 6 wins and 3 draws in that run. And the last defeat was on the 25th of July when they returned to K-League action after their ACL group stage exploits with a 5-2 loss to Suwon. And otherwise, it's been smooth sailing since then. They come into this in a rich vein of form. As for Toru Oniki's Kawasaki Frontale, they cruised to last year's J1 League title, winning the league by 18 points and scoring an incredible 88 goals from 34 matches, winning 26 of them and losing just 3 games all season. They've translated that form onto the continent and put themselves high up on the list of favorites to go on and win the AFC Champions League with a dominant performance in the group stage so far. Netting 27 times in their 6 matches. Now that was just shy of the all-time high held by compatriots Kashima Antlers. Kawasaki just tore through their opponents in Group I, registering those 6 wins from 6 to complete a perfect record. And perhaps Daegu FC were the closest challengers in the group, and their meeting against Daegu FC on match day 1 proved to be a tough contest, but a Leandro Damiao brace helped edge a 3-2 victory before the Japanese club cruise through the next 3 matches with a 7-0, 8-0 and 2-0 win over Beijing FC and United City FC. Another win over Daegu. On that occasion, a more comfortable 3-1 scoreline was then followed by a 4-0 victory over Beijing FC to sign off that group stage campaign and seal a ticket to the round of 16. And here they come. We're just about set to go here at the Ulsan Munsu Football Stadium. There will be a few nerves, lots of experience, plenty of quality on this pitch. But make no mistake, there will be a few nerves amongst those players there. As Kawasaki Frontale make their way out onto this pitch, which looks like a wonderful surface, led by Leandro Damiao. It's been an outstanding form for them, not just in this competition where he's got 6 goals from his 4 appearances so far, but also back home on the domestic front with 14 goals and 8 assists in J1. Well, here's a look at the team lineup then for Ulsan Hyundai. And we have debut appearances in this season's competition for Won Du-jae, Lee Dong-kyung and Lee Dong-jun. They've also got their internationals, Hong Chul and Jo Hyun-woo, in the starting 11 here. It's looking like a very lively, attacking, creative midfield there with Dong-kyung and the pace of Dong-jun in those wider positions. You've also got Vako Kazaishvili. You can drift into these central areas, take defenders on, very good on the dribble. And then, of course, you've got the big man, Oh Se-hoon, up front. He's got 3 goals in this competition so far. As your team of match officials, Mohammad Abdullah, your referee for this game. He'll be assisted by Muhammad Ahmed and Hassan Muhammad. And Omar Mohammed will be the 4th official, all from the UAE. Just an update for you as well. We had a match earlier between Nagoya Grampus and Daegu. What a game that was between those 2 sides. Nagoya eventually going through into the quarterfinals, beating Daegu by 4 goals to 2. Damiao, not the only one in that Frontale side who's got goals about him. The great thing about this team is that they've got goals from midfield, they've got goals from those attacking positions, they've got defenders who can contribute as well in terms of chance creation. And this is a look at that lineup. Speaking of defenders who can contribute with chance creation, have a look at number 13, Miki Yamane. He's got 8 assists for Kawasaki Frontale in J1 this season. Noborizato on their left-hand side. The 2 of them will be looking to push on forward and providing support to the likes of Yu Kobayashi, Damiao and Ienaga in those forward positions. Very strong midfield as well. Kento Tachibanara getting an opportunity here from the start, making his 6th appearance of the campaign. He's got 4 goals and 1 assist in ACL 2021 so far. Yasuto Wakizaka, the number 8, with 5 assists for himself, will also be lining up in midfield. And here we go. Kawasaki Frontale, playing their light grey and white kit. Kicking off from right to left. It's Ulsan Hyundai in their all blue kit. The home side going from left to right. Couple of long balls very early on here. Bolthouse looking to play it out into Kazaishvili, starting out down that left-hand side. Will have that license to roam, license to drift into those narrow central positions. First shot at goal there, pushed away by Cho Hyun-woo. First real test for him from Yu Kobayashi. With a bit of space down the left-hand side, decided to have a shot at goal. Ball is going to skid off this turf as well. It's going to be a nice zip to this game, nice tempo and intensity that's going to be played at. Both these sides very comfortable in possession. Won Du-jae. Back out to Kim Ki-hee. And again, it's another longer pass. It's gone all the way through into Jung. Hong Myung-bo there. A real legend of South Korean football. Got an incredible record as a player. Wonderful defender in his day. The first Asian player to win the bronze ball at a World Cup. That's awarded to the third most outstanding player. That was given to him at the 2002 World Cup, where he helped South Korea to a 4th place finish. As a manager, he's been in charge of Korea Republic at under 20 and under 23 level. Also had a stint as the national team manager. Had a spell in China with Hangzhou Greentown. Took over at Ulsan this year from Kim Do-hoon. Won the Champions League title with Ulsan last year. Kim Do-hoon now in Singapore with the Lion City Sailors in the Singapore Premier League. Won Du-jae battles it out with Yasuto Wakizaka. Breaks for Kazaishvili. Looks for a switch out into Lee Dong-jun. Kim Sung-jun. Bolthouse needing to just clean up there. It's a lovely take on the touchline by Hong Chol. Just pushed on forward. Kazaishvili just drifts in field, leaves that space out and left that side for Hong Chol to go and provide that with. Tae-hwan out to Dong-jun. Lifted back into Tae-hwan. Kazaishvili picking up that second ball. Eventually cleared away, but Damiao can't keep a hold of that. Under pressure from Du-jae. Just helps it on back into Kim Ki-hee. Du-jae back on the ball. They'll look to him to try and dictate the tempo and the play for Ulsan. The number 16 sitting in central midfield. Kim Tae-hwan. Winning these second balls in midfield for the moment. That's the first shot from Ulsan, Lee Dong-kyung. With an opportunity from range. Toru Oniki, as a player, was with Kashima Antlers and then Kawasaki Frontale. What an incredible job he's done with Kawasaki Frontale as their manager. He's actually been with the club since 2007, starting out with the youth teams before rising through the ranks. And those years of experience and learning have come to the fore big time for him. He's finally put in charge of the senior side in 2017. He was an assistant manager for about 7 years or so, from 2010, and then put in charge of the senior side in 2017, and he hasn't looked back since. 3 J1 titles under his belt. Glory years for Kawasaki Frontale at the moment. Looking to try and translate that sort of form that they've shown on the domestic front onto the continental stage. There's a bit of concern that they're coming into this in not the best sort of form at the moment. Only 1 win in their last 5 matches in all competitions. They've recently been dumped out of the Levain Cup as well. Such are the standards that they've set from themselves. Raise the expectations on what these players and this Frontale side are able to deliver as Dongjun tries to skip past Yamamura. Here's a look again at that early opportunity from Yu Kobayashi. Does what he's supposed to do there, going across the face of goal, keeping it low. Caused enough of an issue for Cho Hyun-woo. I'm just talking about standards and Kawasaki Frontale. I mean, they've still only lost 1 game on the domestic front, and the critics and the doubters have already come out. They're a side that really do try and entertain. Ienaga looked to give it back into Noborizato. That was a strong challenge from Sehun. Very much that big man up top, that physical presence that he gives to this Ulsan side, can hold it up. Wins lots of challenges in the air. It reminds a few fans out there of Kim Shin-wook. So Hun, you're hoping it's going to become a superstar in his own right. Noborizato. The ball played towards the back post. Yamane heads it across into the 6-yard box. Easy claim for Hyun-woo. Immediately throws it out into Kazaishvili. Hong Chol with a big switch to his opposite fullback, Tae-hwan. It's a wonderful challenge by Lee Dong-kyung to retain possession for his side, to win it back for his team. Noborizato had thought that he got his angles covered and was going to keep a hold of that ball. Dong-kyung coming in on the blind side, stealing it away from him. Kazaishvili. It's back to Doo-jae. Dong-kyung. Just patient in possession for the moment here as they look for those opportunities and those openings. Frontale at the moment keeping a very good defensive line, nice compact shape. No real passing angles or opportunities open for Ulsan at the moment to play it through the middle. Just have to move it from side to side to try to shift that Kawasaki defense around. Bolthouse, 31 years of age, Dave Bolthouse. Arrived in 2019 from Heerenveen in the Eredivisie. He's got good passing range on his left foot, Dave Bolthouse. It's one of the options that they have, Ulsan, as well, is to send it a little bit longer in certain situations. You can switch it from left to right. Big booming diagonals. Yamamura sends it long, looking for Damiao to try and win it. Bolthouse is strong there. Kim Tae-hwan. Duje looking for the diagonal on this occasion. Leading the possession stats there early on. Ulsan Hyundai 54% to 46%. Kawasaki Frontale. It's Hong Chol with the throw in. It's a clever first touch out from Song Jun into Kim Tae-hwan, who sends it into the box. Cleared away by Yamamura. Back out to Lee Dong-kyung. And they look really up for this, Ulsan. Starting off at a good tempo, playing at a very good intensity. Can just seem to be quicker to these second balls as they're falling around in the center of the park. Joao Schmidt just showing short for that throw in. Protects that defense, Joao Schmidt. The signing from Nagoya Grampus arrived this year into this Kawasaki Frontale side. Just adds steel to that central midfield of Kawasaki Frontale as Noboru Zato again is fouled by Sehun. And perhaps a manager, Toru Oniki, who deserves a lot more attention and credit than he normally gets, I think. An incredible job he's done with this Kawasaki Frontale side and the way they've gone about winning titles, and not just winning titles, but the sort of football that they play. Picked up a lot of fans along the way. One of the neutrals' favorites as well, Kawasaki Frontale. Duje is there to clean up. Picked out a really good pass into Sehun. Just a loose touch from Sehun, allowing Jesiel to take the ball off his toes. Just picked up a yellow card for his troubles as well, Sehun. I think it's for this challenge, sure. He is late. It's a painful one for Jesiel on the ankle. But also he's been involved in a couple of other fouls that he's committed already. Sehun. A lovely touch by Damiao. And it's a shot from Wakizaka. Just had that space open up for him. Isuto Wakizaka. See the defense just dropping back a little bit to protect that space in behind them. Took the opportunity to have a shot at goal. Wakizaka has got 2 goals in the competition already. Picked up 5 assists for himself as well. Sehun involved in another battle. On this occasion, it's with Yamamura. And on this occasion, he's the one who's been fouled by Yamamura. Went right through the back of Sehun. Bolthouse waiting for that option of Duje to arrive, and he does. Being forced back a little bit by Kawasaki here. Kim Tae-hwan under a bit of pressure from Yu Kobayashi. Gets support from his goalkeeper, Jo Hyun-woo. It's a heavy first touch. Has to hurry to clear that, Hyun-woo. Eventually gets it away. Lee Dong-jun in your picture there, number 11. Lightning quick, wonderfully direct. Winger as well, can play that sort of inside forward and drift in field if you need him to. A wonderful goal-scoring record for Ulsan. 9 goals and 2 assists in the K-League this season in 24 appearances. Lee Dong-jun, former Busan iPark player. Kim Tae-hwan, right back for Ulsan, taking the throw in there. Dong-gyong just coming across to take this free kick for Ulsan. Hasn't quite been tested yet, Jung Sung-ryong. It's a good comfortable catch there by the 36-year-old. 67 caps for Korea Republic. He's been at Kawasaki Frontale since 2016. Sung-ryong formerly with Suwon Blue Wings. Played with the Seongnam as well. And Pohang. Switch out to Yamane, who's got a bit of space to work with here ahead of him. Inaga lifts it behind to Wakizaka, who makes that run from midfield. Driven towards the back post. It was Kobayashi. Looking to just lift it back into the 6-yard box. Kawasaki in possession once again. Now they're starting to find a rhythm a little bit in this game. String a few passes together. Tachibanara. Oh, they've won it back again. Noborizato into Ienaga. That's a bit of a loose touch on that occasion by Yu Kobayashi. Wonderful triangles on display here. Lovely pass and move football, both these sides. Really displaying their quality very early on. One-touch passes, give and goes into space, away from pressure. Getting it out to the open side of the pitch. It's Kim Tae-hwan, heads it into Lee Dong-jun. Kawasaki's turn now. In possession, Joao Schmidt. Yamamura into Schmidt, just slows it down for the moment. Sees nothing going on ahead of him. Noborizato. Schmidt. He gets charged down by Lee Dong-gyong. He's done very well to regain possession for his side. Gets Duje. Pass was almost cut out there, but it's made its way into Sehun. There's a tug on his shirt from Yamamura. Referee's not interested. Gets back on his feet. Oh Se-hun. Encouraging move from Ulsan there. It was a lovely bit of play. So it made its way into Oh Se-hun in the box. A nice turn away from pressure as well. He felt the tug on his jersey, Se-hun. Decided to go down. No VAR in the round of 16. It's only coming into play in the quarterfinal stage. It's certainly something that would have been looked at, I'm sure, by the video assistant referees, had that been in place. Tachi Banana. Well, he's played it across the 6-yard box for Damiao. Just stretches out a foot. Can't make contact with it, and it's Ulsan with a chance to break now with his pace of Lee Dong-jun. Start to see, just as it gets stretched in these certain moments, Ulsan have got the tools, got the speed in these counter-attacking situations. Let's have another look at that. Well, they're both having a go at tugging the jerseys. Se-hun on Yamamura, and then Yamamura on Se-hun as he turns away. Referee probably had a good sight of it. Dong-jun. He swung in a cross that was half cleared by Yamane. It's fallen to Kazashvili. He's got wonderful ability with the ball at his feet. Lays it off to Hongchul. That's a header from Se-hun. Wonderful save by Jung Sung-ryung in goal. Lovely cross swung in by Hongchul right onto the head of Se-hun. Dong-jun is in an offside position as he goes for the second ball, but Se-hun here, it's straight down the middle of the goal though, either side of Jung, and you'd expect Ulsan to be a goal up there. Just Kazashvili in that moment, just hanging on to the ball, drawing two Kawasaki defenders in towards him. And that created that little bit of space for him to play that pass into Hongchul. Whipped it in with wonderful accuracy and pace. Smashed away by Bolthouse. Kazashvili takes it in field before releasing it into Tujay. Kim Ki-hee back to Bolthouse. That's that big diagonal that I was talking about earlier from left to right. Dave Bolthouse looking for Lee Dong-jun. Gets the opposition on the back foot. Allows Ulsan to push further forward here. Gain a bit of territory. Hongchul's got space to whip another one in. Bit of a touch off Noborizato. It'll be a throw into Ulsan. Yu Kobayashi just helping out on the defensive side of things. Wanted to throw in there. Bolthouse. Oh, it's a delightful ball. If Hong Chul can keep this in play. Really nice idea. You can see what Bolthouse was trying to do there. With that defense splitting pass, just a bit too much on it for Hong Chul. Gives the thumbs up. Applauds the idea. Sure he'll be satisfied with what he's seen so far from his side. Hong Myung-bo. Was a bit of concern when he took over from Kim Do-hoon. I think there may have been a few Ulsan fans out there who weren't too pleased with the appointment, perhaps. But you had to say he's done a pretty good job of it so far. And when you think about the fact that Ulsan have not been crowned champions of their homeland since 2005, got quite a big job ahead of him. Kim Do-hoon came close, heartbreakingly close, on a few occasions with Ulsan. Just losing out to Jeonbuk, not quite being able to see out the campaign and claim the title. Falls on the shoulders of Hong Myung-bo now. Got that 4-point lead at the top of the table. Ulsan. So we just see Kim Sung-jun getting fouled by Wakizaka. Bit of space for Kawasaki now. Ienaga gets it back from Kobayashi. Return pass into Kobayashi. Wakizaka just buzzing along behind the lines, trying to make himself as mobile as possible and offering options in behind that Ulsan midfield for the moment. Zhao Schmidt under pressure from two Ulsan players there. Sung-jun and Dong-jun working very hard to win the ball, and they're broken forward here through Kazashvili into Dong-jun. A shot straight down the middle, but again another swift flowing counter-attacking move as they transition very quickly. Ulsan, after some good defensive work in midfield from Dong-jun and Sung-jun, taking the ball off Zhao Schmidt and then breaking forward at pace. Getting closed down very quickly, Kawasaki Frontale in those central midfield areas. Looking very sharp, Ulsan Hyundai. Tachibanara. Wakizaka tries to spin away from a couple of challenges and retains possession. Ienaga lifts it into the box. Damiao looking to just use his strength to hang on to the ball, but Kim Tae-hwan just kept it. Released it into Sehun. Vako Kazaishvili. He's been very good with the ball. Kept it with him. Created a couple of openings just with his ability to take a defender or two on, and especially he's got this little bit of gravity about him in that sense that the opposition are going to know he's one of the players that they have to keep an eye out on. Always going to be aware, and perhaps sometimes they're looking at doubling up on him. And we saw early on with Sehun's headed opportunity just what that doubling up, the ill effects of it. Two players focusing on Kazashvili, releasing that bit of space for Hong Chul to then send a cross into the box. Dujay looking to try and change it up. They were passing it short from left to right, going nowhere really. Didn't have options to play it through the middle, so just looked to attempt a longer pass from deep into Dong-jun. Here's another look at that shot straight down the middle. Simple enough save for a very experienced goalkeeper. Noborizato into Joao Schmidt. Tachibanada slays it on into Jasil. Yamamura. Headed away by Kim Ki-hee. It's fallen to Sung Jun. Kawasaki, Frontale have never been beyond the quarterfinals. Last time they were at the quarterfinal stage was in 2017, and actually in 2018 and 2019 they actually fell out at the group stage, finishing behind Ulsan on both occasions. Kim Tae-hwan tried to lift it into the box, cleared away initially by Yamane. Dynamic pass into Dongjun. Sehun back to Dongjun. There's this offside there. It's a close one. I think he's just leading offside as the pass is played into him by Oh Se-hun. Lee Dong-jun showing wonderful examples of that pace and that directness in his play here. His first AFC Champions League appearance was at the Olympics. He made 4 appearances for his country in Tokyo. Joining Ulsan this season after a breakout K-League season with Busan last year. Another player who was very impressive at the AFC Under-23 Championships in January last year in Thailand. The likes of Dongjun, Dongkyong, Sehun going on to win that title. Schmidt picks it up in midfield. Again, Sung Jun working very hard in midfield to break up the play. I was just looking at the referee saying that there was a high boot there from Tachibanada. Referee's not interested again. Good reading by Hongchul just to come across and cut out that pass. Kazaishvili. Duje back to Dongyong. He's got a bit of this free roll for Ulsan. Lee Dongyong in possession. He's allowed to just drift across those midfield areas. Hongchul on this occasion whips a low one into the box, cleared away by Jesiel. It's picked up by Oh Se-hun. Kazaishvili. Kim Ki-hee. A good hold-up play by Damiao and a lovely back heel into space for Kobayashi to push on into. Get support arriving. It's come back into Damiao. Out to Ienaga. Clever pass to Yamane. Took a deflection of Won Du-jae, and you wondered just for the moment if he could have just sneaked in at the near post. Had Hyun-woo a little bit concerned there. Said to make sure. Miki Yamane getting himself forward, and that's a part of his game. Does have 8 assists in J1, Miki Yamane. Swung into the box. Ienaga didn't quite keep it in play. Well, he has kept it in play. Ulsan's players wanted a goal kick there. Well, you decide if the whole of the ball has crossed the line there. The team of officials certainly didn't think so. There's a bit of advice from the referee here to the players there, just asking them to be careful, won't hesitate to blow his whistle for a foul. And that corner from Wakizaka, straight into the arms of Hyun-woo. Doo-jae. Sung-jun. Lee Dong-kyung tries to inject a little bit of pace into the game now. As it comes out to Kazashvili. He's got a bit of space on his right foot. Let's go sailing wide of goal there. Kazashvili just made use of the space that was created for him by the run of Lee Dong-kyung. Just drawn a couple of defenders away from Kazashvili. Cutting inside but slicing across the ball. Not much control on that attempt. They got a nice balance to their play, Ulsan, in terms of being able to go down the right-hand side with Dong-jun and Kim Tae-hwan, or to move it off into the left. I've already seen good link-up in those wider positions. Kazashvili linking up with Hongchul down the left-hand side. Damiao could be in a bit of trouble here. Just provided lots of quality for Kawasaki up front. Just backing into Won Doo-jae. Just feeling the effects of that fall. Should be all right to continue. Leandro Damiao. 14 goals, 8 assists in 26 appearances in J1 for Kawasaki. 6 goals, 2 assists in 4 appearances for Kawasaki in the group stages of the Champions League. One of those players, Leandro Damiao, was always seemed to be eternally linked to Tottenham. Instead, he's ended up in Japan with Kawasaki Frontale. Joined the club in 2019. It's been a success story. Leandro Damiao in his time with Kawasaki Frontale. He scored 9 goals in his first season there, and 13 last season. 14 this time around. An opportunity for Ulsan with this free kick. Hongchul You know he can deliver quality. Whipped in with pace. Oh, what an opportunity for Oh Se-hoon. Running onto it. I think he's grateful that the flag has gone up for offside. Again, he's just leaning into that offside position as the ball swung in. Wonderful quality on that free kick from Hong Chul. Offside flag sparing his blushes. Oh Se-hoon already scored 3 goals in this competition. He's got 2 goals in 9 appearances in the K-League for Ulsan. Korea Republic Youth International. He played at the under-17 and under-20 World Cups in Chile and Poland, respectively. It's part of that fantastic run of the Korea Republic, that under-20 World Cup in Poland back in 2019. They went all the way to the final, only to lose out to Ukraine. Se-hoon made 7 appearances, got 2 goals in that campaign. That's Noborizato. Again, it's Oh Se-hoon comes across to foul Noborizato. I count that as 3 fouls now from Se-hoon on Noborizato. As we edge closer towards half-time here. Lee Dong-kyung. Kazajvili, again just drifting to more of a central position. Just looking to link up between the lines there as Dong-kyung just drops off into a deeper area. Kazajvili pushes himself in behind that opposition midfield. Dong-jun. Just getting crowded out by those Kawasaki midfielders. Good strong hold-up play from Damiao. Good to see he's okay to carry on as well, after falling awkwardly a little bit earlier. And just easing the pressure there. Dropping off into these deeper areas. Not really had too many opportunities, Kawasaki Frontale, to really impose themselves on Ulsan. Nice and competitive challenges flying in midfield there. But it's a break for Ulsan. Dong-jun thought he was just fouled there. Again, the referee's just letting the game flow in certain moments, which is good to see. Keeps the momentum of the game going. It's not been stop-start at all. Schmidt. Yamamura. Noborizato. Wakizaka just drops off to try and link the play for them as Schmidt plays it in behind for Kobayashi. Intelligent run by Yu Kobayashi. Wonderful timing as well. Just have a look at how he bends his run to keep himself onside. And he's always stretching for that. He's off balance. He can't make the most of that pass from Joao Schmidt. Just perhaps a bit too much on that ball from Schmidt. Fascinating contest, isn't it? As you see, there will be a minimum of 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this half. Ulsan may have controlled things in terms of possession, but they haven't really created anything of danger, aside from maybe Se-hoon's header straight down the middle. Kawasaki break forward here. Yamane with a cross into Damiao. Makes its way into Kobayashi. Ienaga. A shot from Wakizaka. Getting charged down in the box. Yamamura into Ienaga. Ienaga. To Wakizaka and straight into the arms of Cho Hyun-woo. Akihiro Ienaga, number 41, 35 years of age. It's been such an impressive performer for Kawasaki Frontale. Of course, Frontale have lost the likes of Tanaka and Mitoma, moved over to test themselves in Europe. It's just great to see Asian footballers testing themselves at a higher level. All the best to them. It's an opportunity for some of these other younger players in this Kawasaki Frontale setup to make a name for themselves. Ten Miyagi, number 24 on the bench, is one that has got plenty of potential to come in and perhaps develop. So referee blows for halftime here. No goals in this opening 45. It's been a fascinating half of football. Really entertaining contest, played at a good tempo and intensity, still without any clear-cut opportunities for either of these sides. So we go into the halftime break. Ulsan Hyundai 0, Kawasaki Frontale 0. Stick around, we'll be back for the second half. And we're back at the Ulsan Munsu Football Stadium here in Ulsan. Confirmation of your score. The start of the second half here, Ulsan Hyundai 0, Kawasaki Frontale 0. Also Hun with perhaps the best opportunity of this match. And a header on the 6-yard box, going straight down the middle. It's been an intriguing contest so far. Both these sides looking comfortable in possession, posing threats of their own. That's Ulsan who had the lion's share of possession in that first half. Let's see if anything changes in the second here as Ienaga receives it down his right-hand side, back into Yamane. Wakizaka, flicked on by Damiao. Lovely turn by Damiao, just to get himself facing down the goal. Noborizato. Had a nice battle, Noborizato and Sehun. Sehun seemed to be enjoying himself, committing 3 fouls on Noborizato in that first half. Picking up a yellow card as well after a challenge on Jasil. Yuko Bayashi looked lively for Kawasaki down that left-hand side. And a couple of intelligent runs in behind that Ulsan defense. Not quite able to capitalize on those moments. Kawasaki Frontale. Already had Al Hilal from the west making their way into the quarterfinals, and earlier today we had Nagoya Grampus in a wonderful game of football, very entertaining, which is not something you normally associate with Nagoya Grampus. They scored 4 goals in that one, beating Daegu by 4 goals to 2. Now focus is on the here and now as Ienaga just looking to try and play it into Yamane. Back to Jasil. Yamane gets it again. Really good understanding that Ulsan had on both those flanks. Lee Dong-jun and Kim Tae-hwan on the right-hand side, and on the left with Hong Chul and Kazaishvili in that first half. And at the moment, at the start of the second, Kawasaki having more of the ball. Tachibanada. Looking for that diagonal out into Yuko Bayashi. Kim Tae-hwan was there. And just got his position right. Felt that nudge in his back from Yuko Bayashi. Yuko Bayashi, you mentioned earlier, Kawasaki have got this ability to find goals from different sources. Yu Kobayashi on the domestic front, 10 goals, 3 assists in 22 appearances for Kawasaki Frontale. This one is just his second appearance in the AFC Champions League. A lovely take on the chest by Sehun. It's just unfortunate he can't find a teammate. Snoborizato pushes forward. Loose pass picked up by Kim Tae-hwan. Don't mind that at all. Both players incredibly experienced. Kobayashi, 33 years of age. Kim Tae-hwan, 32. Kim Tae-hwan has been at Ulsan since 2015, has been a regular with them. Joined from Seongnam. Also featured for FC Seoul. And actually won 2 K-League titles with FC Seoul in 2010 and 2012. And unfortunately for him, was a runner-up twice with Ulsan. Jasil, who's looked very comfortable in defense. Oh, it's a loose pass by Sung Jun. He's actually had a decent game so far, and thankfully for him, it's cut out by Bolthouse for the moment, until that was charged down by Dam Yao. Kim Tae-hwan comes away with it. An intelligent pass into Dong Kyung. In the middle of the park with space to push on. Has Jasil in front of him, skips past that challenge. Covered well by Tachibanada. Protecting his central defender was Kento Tachibanada. Ienaga just gets taken out here by Hong Chol. Second yellow card of the game. First one was to Oh Se-hun. This one into Hong Chol. It goes through the back of Ienaga. Hong Chol, 30 years of age, featured for Korea Republic recently in the World Cup qualifiers. Hong Chol's a 2-time winner of the AFC Champions League, 2010 with Seongnam, of course last year with Ulsan. He actually made 9 appearances for Seongnam in that 2010 title-winning campaign. Plenty of experience across that Ulsan backline. Hong Chol, Kim Tae-hwan in those fullback positions. Kim Ki-hee, central defense. Kim Ki-hee, another one who's played in a few different leagues. Seattle Sounders in the MLS. Spent time with Shanghai Shenhua, former Jeonbuk Al Sailia, Daegu player as well. He's been around. Kim Ki-hee, well, a 2-time K-League winner with Jeonbuk. He's forming a solid partnership with Dave Bolthouse in the center of that Ulsan backline. It was picked up initially by Wakizaka. Laid it off for Yamane. Dujay was really controlling things in midfield for Ulsan in that first half. Can they try and dictate the tempo for them in those positions? He's always available as he is here. It's a heavy touch though. Picked up by Dam Yao. And gets help from Sung Jun eventually, and it's come off Dam Yao for a throw-in to Ulsan. Kazashvili doing well under a bit of pressure there just to hang on to the ball. Kawasaki Frontale in the second half have upped the intensity. They're playing a little bit higher as a team. They set themselves up to try and press Ulsan a little bit further up the pitch as Yamane looks to whip this one towards the back post. There's Kobayashi. Ulsan are appealing for a handball. And another attack from Kawasaki. Frustration for Toru Oniki. It's not been going too well for Kawasaki Frontale over the last few weeks or so. There's just something that's a bit of zip, a bit of spark that's just missing from this Kawasaki Frontale side. And again, I think it's because we hold Kawasaki Frontale, observers of Asian football and followers of Japanese football, hold Kawasaki Frontale to such high standards. Just in the performances they've put in over the last few years or so under Toru Oniki. In a way, they've been absolutely dominant on the domestic front. Remember now, they've still only lost just one game all season in the league. Well, they are under pressure from Yokohama F. Marinos. Kazashvili. Seen a lot of that from him in the first half, picking the ball up in a wider area before drifting into the central positions. You just get too many defenders around them on that occasion. We must have a winner tonight. Something has got to give here. It's a one-off tie. We need penalties. We'll go all the way to penalties. It's a shout for a penalty there. Lee Dong-jun. Well, he gets back up and he charges down that attempted clearance by Joao Schmidt. And this time he wins a free kick. Joao Schmidt is claiming that Dong-jun was backing into him. He gets his left foot just perhaps taken away by Yamamura. There's a bit of contact there. But credit to him, I mean, he gets back up. He doesn't moan about it. Dong-jun, he gets back up and he wins a free kick for his side. Again, no VAR till the quarterfinal stages. Some of you out there listening into this will be absolutely delighted with that. Some of you won't be. That's the way football is going at the moment. Lee Dong-kyung. Whipped in. Good save. Or a punch out rather than a save. Hong Chul, Kim Ki-hee. Central defender finding himself on the left-hand side. It's a lovely pass into Hong Chul. I'm not quite sure if he was looking for that cutback or if he was trying to drive a shot in towards goal. Angle was always going against him there. It's good tracking back by Ienaga. Made sure he tried to follow that run of Hong Chul in behind the Kawasaki defense. Wonderful touch by Damiao off the chest. Now, Damiao individually has been excellent for Kawasaki Frontale. He's held the ball up well for them. Dong-jun just lost out to Wakizaka for the moment. It's gone up for a corner here to Kawasaki Frontale. Jostling in the box to gain any sort of advantage they can in those positions, marking up man-to-man at the moment. Ulsan in those areas. It's a poor delivery from the corner, and it's cleared away easily at the near post. Now to Yamane. And this should be Hyun-woo all day, and it is. Duje. It's under a bit of pressure from Wakizaka. Lovely overhead kick into the path of Kobayashi. Hyun-woo's come out. He's not been able to claim. Ienaga. Kobayashi. Oh, just a bit too much on that for Damiao, but again, wonderful quality from Leandro Damiao. Well, Kim Tae-hwan, who was the player making that recovery, being that covering defender there, just took a bit of contact as Hyun-woo charged out for this. Jo Hyun-woo, Kim Tae-hwan eventually getting the ball away from danger. Oh, Hyun-woo has got an impeccable record in this competition so far. 5 appearances, 5 clean sheets. Back home on the domestic front, 28 appearances, conceded 30. He's kept 11 clean sheets in the K-League. He's named in the 2018 and 2019 K-League Team of the Year. This is second season with Ulsan. That was interesting, actually. Ulsan last season's campaign had to play with Jo Soo-hook, their stand-in goalkeeper. He had actually featured in the K-League and then came up big time for them in the AFC Champions League. And he was incredible. Hyun-woo's chance to shine then in this season's campaign. Really got noticed on the world stage, I think, at the 2018 FIFA World Cup, where he was brilliant for Korea Republic. He also went on to win an Asian Games gold medal later that year. So first half, it was Ulsan who were bossing possession and impose themselves on Kawasaki. Second half, it looks to be the Japanese side here looking a little bit more comfortable. They've upped the tempo of their play. And it's Ulsan just having to sit back a little bit more against them now. A loose touch by Tachibanada. It's broken for the moment. It's cleaned up by Jasiel. Ienaga. Again, it's Ulsan's turn in the second half to play a couple of loose passes with Kawasaki, the ones picking up these second balls and counter-pressing in this game very well. Kawasaki Frontale, or at least in the second half, forcing errors from Ulsan. It's Ulsan who've just lost their way a little bit in the second half. Ienaga, lovely touch from Schmidt into Wakizaka. Yasuto Wakizaka, he did well to make a late run from midfield in behind. Have a look at this movement here from Kawasaki Frontale. Nice and sharp, very slick. Lovely touch from Schmidt into the path of Wakizaka. Just lost his balance. Couldn't direct that one back towards the danger zone. Big towering header from the Brazilian at the back. Jasil's been really impressive for Kawasaki Frontale. Joao Schmidt is able to keep the ball under pressure from Lee Dong-yong. Decent numbers on the passing accuracy as well from both these sides. Yanaga, it's loose touch allowing Bolthouse to come across. Schmidt having a bit more of an influence in the game now, Joao Schmidt. At least in these possession phases for Kawasaki. Given themselves an opportunity because of how well they've kept the ball, Kawasaki Frontale. They've actually given themselves that chance to push players further forward to more advanced positions, forcing Ulsan back, and that's why we've seen Joao Schmidt finding himself in those attacking areas a lot more in the second half. Sienaga plays it into Wakizaka. Angle that just opened up for a curler, perhaps with the left foot. Bolthouse charging down that attempt from Wakizaka. Haven't seen much of Sehun and his impact in this second half. That's because Ulsan haven't had an opportunity to get themselves into more advanced positions, but that could be about to change now. And this could be the spark that they need to reignite the second half challenge here as Sung Jun is set to be replaced by Lee Chung-yong, and Lee Dong-yong is also making his way off the pitch. Yunbit Garam will take his place. So a couple of changes in those midfield positions. And how about that in terms of bringing on that sort of quality? Yunbit Garam and Lee Chung-yong. Bit Garam, 4 appearances and 2 goals in this season's competition. He was the Champions League MVP last year. Another one with wonderful experience and quality in those areas, Kazashvili. An attempt at goal from Sehun there from range. Plenty of power behind it, but he was leaning back as he hit that. And sailing over the bar. Just have a look as it comes back into him there yet. He's leaning away from the ball. Can't quite get the technique that he needs to direct it on target. Lee Chung-yong, the other substitute, 33 years of age. 4 appearances, 2 assists in the competition so far. Joined Ulsan from Bochum last year. It's the former FC Seoul, Bolton Wanderers and Crystal Palace. So played for Korea Republic at the 2010 and 2014 World Cups. Duje. Chung Yong playing in more of these central positions. Damiao. Tachibanara. A little bit too aggressive on that instance by Duje. Just a knee into the hamstring of Tachibanara. Got an incredible squad, Ulsan. Wonderful quality in terms of the players that they can bring on off the bench and the options that they have. And developed a couple of their own players as well. Sehun's come from the academy. Lee Dong-kyung, another one as well, who's an Ulsan Hyundai academy product. Dong-kyung actually celebrating his birthday on 20th of September. I'm hoping for an early birthday present here. They can go on and win this one, but it's Kawasaki Frontale looking very dangerous to Kobayashi. It's a lovely pass in behind that defense. And Tae-hwan, just for a split second there, looked like he was getting caught on the wrong side of Kobayashi, but he did very well, number 23, just to recover his position and put in the challenge. You have to be very careful as well with the timing of his challenge in the area. Good strong play by Tachibanara to hold off the challenge of Sehun. Joao Schmidt. It's a loose pass into Yamamura, just under pressure from Dongjun. It's allowed it to run out of play. Chung Yong. Headed on, cleared away by Yamamura. He's done well there, Lee Chung-yong, just to pick up that second ball and hit it on into Kim Tae-hwan. %55% possession for Kawasaki Frontale in this second half. 44% to Ulsan. As Hong Myung-bo looks on. Jasil again, strong in defense and carries it out. Wonderfully composed on the ball in possession. He's been very intelligent as well, Jasil, with how he's used the ball and at times finding these little line-breaking passes. It's just lost its intensity for the moment, this game. I think as we're edging closer towards full time as well, you get that sense that neither side really wants to risk it too much. They want to open themselves up to concede a late goal at this moment, which could then give them very little opportunity to try and get themselves back into the match. So could be that sort of just creeping in, measuring up the risk-reward ratio, and Not quite feeling that it's worth too much of a risk at the moment. There's a lot of experience out there on the pitch. Sort of experienced heads perhaps saying, hey, let's not open it up too much. If you can get an opportunity to attack and go forward, sure, we'll look to try and do that. Otherwise, we don't want to leave ourselves exposed so late on in the game. The stakes are high. There's no second chance here for either one of these sides. There's no second leg to make up any sort of deficit. It's here and now. Lee Chung-yong. Hong Chul. Ienaga. Hong Chul recovers his position well. Ienaga just holds it up, waits for that support to arrive. Yamane pushes in, Phil into the box. Back out to Damiao. Shot that was charged down by Yunbit Garam. Namiki Yamane causing a little bit of danger there. Just looking to drive in field with the ball into the penalty box. And the right back had pushed forward in support. Just saw a bit of a gap open up for him to push into. Well, yeah, there's no real sort of rush from either of these two sides. Hyun-woo took his time there, just waited for the right opening, eventually gave it out to Bolthouse, and Kawasaki weren't really going to put any pressure on Hyun-woo, just held their positions. But Ulsan, it's a promising opportunity down this right-hand side with Kim Tae-hwan. Headed away strongly by Yamamura. Chung-yong picks up the second ball into Dong-jun. I think that's come back off Lee Chung-yong, and it's gone out for a goal kick. What was that earlier attempt from Hyun-woo? It was charged down by Damiao. Just missed our cameras initially. Got the replay of that. Dong-jun. Bolthouse. Here we go again. Just recycling possession. It's Ulsan's turn now to have a bit of time on the ball. Bitgaram. Dong-jun flicks it into Kazashvili. Yeah, you can see what Vako Kazashvili was trying to do, to just flick it over. Chesil was alert to that, dropped off and headed it away. Damiao. He was just waiting for his team to recover their shape, as they wanted to transition from that defensive phase into a more attacking one. Decided against charging forward into that space on his own. Just held it up. And got themselves into a nice little shape in possession here. You can just look at try and maintain control of the ball, maintain control of the spaces that they need to be in. Noborizato forced to go back into Yamamura. They could actually have just turned on the ball there, Ienaga. didn't have anyone in behind him. He does now in Bolthouse. Just earlier, he dropped into a nice little pocket of space to receive from Jasil there. Decided to go back into a central defender. Kobayashi. Patience, the name of the game here in this second half. Especially as the clock's ticking away, it's winding down in towards that 90-minute mark. And frustration from Toru Oniki. He's almost never satisfied. Toru Oniki. A sign of a champion, really. Celebrate the glory, yep. Win those trophies, win those titles, yeah. Take a moment, and then you're moving on to the next one. Sent into the box by Wakizaka. Almost felt it, just sealed it. Well, he just made that run off the shoulder of Oh Se-hoon. Almost fell to him. Pitgaram now. Lee Chung-yong into Pitgaram, the two substitutes combining in midfield. Kim Tae-hwan. Patient approach from Ulsan here as Kawasaki dropped back into the defensive line. Neat run by Pitgaram in behind that defense. Chung-yong. Tae-hwan's made that run in behind, but he doesn't quite have that space to play it forward. Chung-yong. Closed down well by Tachibanada, and Ulsan again just have to go back into Bolthouse. Try and switch the angle of attack. Bolthouse. Well, he's trying his luck there, trying to convince the referee that it took a deflection. It wasn't just a bad shot, referee, I promise you. It took a touch off the defender. He was completely off balance as he hit that. Bolthouse, he was getting charged down by Joe Schmidt. They'll try anything, these players. Did you see that? Did you hear that? The referee was right on the spot there. It's been a good performance by the referee, Muhammad Abdullah Hassan from the UAE. I think generally the game as well has been played in good spirits. It's been competitive, and it's not been stop-start. Kobayashi. Tachibanada. And this time it's Kawasaki. You go from left to right. Ienaga. He's just looking to play it back into Jasil, but Kazashvili smart enough to cover that line of pass. Kazashvili. Needed to really kill that one first time. Kazashvili on his left foot. Bit of a tired touch, perhaps. This is his 6th appearance. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in the AFC Champions League 2021. 5 goals and 3 assists from 24 appearances in the K-League. 55 caps, 11 goals for Georgia, and he actually featured for them recently against Kosovo and Spain in the World Cup qualifiers. Poor clearance the first time from Bolthouse, but they've gotten away with that. Comes back out to the Georgian. Back out to Chung Yong. Just slowing the game down here. Both these sides, again, it's that element of risk-taking that's missing a little bit. Almost seem to be quite happy to just play it around and see it out. Take those extra 30 minutes in extra time. See what they can do there. Well, lots of folks out there who were looking forward to this game. I know I was one of them. Ulsan and Kawasaki leading their respective leagues. Both sides that are capable of entertaining. Kazashvili, still time for some magic from either one of these two sides. Bitgaram. Or a mistake there in defense, comes out to Kazashvili. Good discipline defending by Kawasaki Frontale again. Well, we're about to see change for Kawasaki Frontale here. Kei Chinin. He'll be coming on for the number 8, Yasuto Wakizaka. He's put in a good shift. There's been a couple of moments where he's looked to create a bit of danger. And perhaps not as effective as he would have liked to have been, especially from those set-piece deliveries. Wakizaka have been a little bit disappointing. So he takes his place on the bench, and fresh legs in the form of Kei Chinin. Coming on for Kawasaki Frontale. And an opportunity for Chinin to try and impress. Maybe be the game changer for Kawasaki. He got involved in the box there, was causing an issue for Dave Bolthouse. Kei Chinin, 26 years of age, has been with Kawasaki Frontale since 2017. He's made 15 appearances for them in J1, scored just the 1 goal. But he's got 4 goals from 4 appearances in the Champions League coming into this. Duje sliding across there and just picked up a yellow card for himself. Potentially, perhaps a counter-attacking opportunity. So you see another change for Ulsan here. Well, a couple more changes for Ulsan. Just wait to see if we can get some confirmation on the changes there. We've seen Kim Ji-hyun and Yunil Lok coming in. Again, you mentioned quality, and Yunil Lok coming into the side after a spell with Montpellier. Also, Hun has come off. He'll be replaced by number 9, Kim Ji-hyun. Who's looked lively when I've seen him. Kim Ji-hyun provides a different sort of threat, a bit more mobile, a bit quicker perhaps. There he is, charging down Jung Sung Ryung, who's quite happy to just take it away from him calmly. Nice and composed play by the Kawasaki goalkeeper, using all of his experience. Kim Ji-hyun has made 3 appearances in the Champions League so far, this one being his 4th. He's picked up just 1 assist. Not had too much joy in the goal-scoring front. Domestic league as well. Just 1 goal in 14 matches for Ulsan. Joined earlier this year from Gangwon. Said fresh legs. Slightly different player from Sehun. Headed towards the 90-minute mark here, and you can see this, how much the tempo and intensity of this game has just dropped off as the second half has crept on. But Union Lock with those fresh legs, taking the ball off the tired-looking Yamane. Ji-hyun. They've got more in terms of freshness. Made 4 substitutions now, Ulsan. Frontale have made just the one with Kai Chinin. So could that freshness tell here as we head towards the closing stages? Ji-hyun. Not too many white shirts in front of Ji-hyun there. Have a clear effort at goal. Two minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this second half. Yun Bin Garam, can he swing quality in for Ulsan? He's looking for that flick on at the near post by Kim Ki-hee. Yamamura, who has been very steady in central defense alongside Jasil, heads that one away. Hong Chul now. Not much space to work with. It's Kobayashi and Tachibanada working very hard down that right-hand side. Let's come back out to Bolthouse now. He's got a bit of space. Okay, Chinin. Just charging that one down. He's not going to get too much support in terms of his pressing. He's going, but the rest of his teammates are just holding their positions, holding their lines. Quite happy to sit back a little bit deeper here. It's become quite a cagey affair since about the 70th minute or so. Again, lots of us having expectations of an entertaining goal fest between these two sides. It looked like it could have been the case, the way the match started, with the intensity that was being played at. But caution has started to creep in. It's not just crept in, it looks like it's set itself up and built a house. Hong Chul. Well, he's had enough, the referee. For regulation time, 2 minutes have been played. We will be headed into extra time here. The end of the second half, scores remain deadlocked at 0-0. Well, it's not been the most entertaining of second halves here between these two sides. And just as that second half wore on, you always got the sense that these two teams were quite happy to just play it out, take the extra 30 minutes. It's a bit more time now for them to potentially take a couple more risks perhaps as they go off for a quick break. Get some of those electrolytes on. It gives us an opportunity as well to just catch our breath here and have a look at some of these moments from the game. Hong Myung-bo not looking too happy in certain situations in the second half. He looked a lot happier in the first half, where it seemed like Ulsan were generally in control of this game. And Kawasaki were the side that responded in the second half, going to try and impose themselves on the home side. Hong Chul with an opportunity there. Wasn't quite sure he was looking for a shot at goal or if he was looking for a cutback in that situation. And then you had Wakizaka after this lovely touch from Joao Schmidt that sent him in behind that Ulsan defense. It's been a little bit of a lack of quality in certain attacking areas, but no lacking quality from Leandro Damiao. He's played his part on an individual level. He's been brilliant for Kawasaki Frontale up front. Held it up well. He's been creative at times. A couple of back heels in this game, and then that overhead kick looking to set up Yu Kobayashi there. And then here, just when it looked like Kim Tae-hwan perhaps had lost his position, was caught on the wrong side of Kobayashi. Did really well to recover. And how cool is that from Jung Sung Ryong, using all his experience. Just inviting Kim Ji-hyun onto him, inviting that pressure for taking a touch past him. So another coin toss here. Change of captains this time on Ulsan side, with Lee Chung-yong taking over the captain's armband. It's Wondu Jae that was there for the first coin toss. Leandro Damiao. Still there's Kawasaki's captain. They made 4 changes, Ulsan Hyundai. Kawasaki Frontale have still got a few options to go, with just the 1 change so far. And off we go. First period of extra time here at Ulsan Munsu Football Stadium. Still 0-0. Scoreline between these two sides. Place in the quarterfinals at stake here. No room for error. It's do or die tonight. Win or bust. It's Kobayashi. Just gets taken out by Lee Dong-jun. A free kick early on for Kawasaki Frontale. Yenaga onto the head of Leandro Damiao, but really not much he could do with that ball. He's too far away from goal. There's no momentum as well on his run. Just kind of has to stand still. Almost crane his neck back towards the direction of the ball. It can't generate enough power or direction on that. Starting higher here, Kawasaki Frontale looking to put that pressure on Ulsan as they try and play out from the back, but Ulsan showing wonderful technical quality and composure in possession. Just to find these free spaces and play through that press. Now we had 10 shots for Ulsan in those 90 minutes. Just two on target. For Kawasaki Frontale, 9 shots, just a 1 on target. And it comes back to the point I was making earlier about the lack of quality in those attacking positions. cutting edge, just missing in this round of 16 tie between these two sides, who are on the domestic front been pretty dominant this season against most of the opposition anyway. Lee Dong-jun. There's a bit of space down his right-hand side to accelerate into. Lovely bit of skill. Well, Jasil had a hold of the jersey of Yon Il-lok there. Il-lok, I mean, he tried to play on. Out to Pitgaram. Well, it's interesting that Yon Il-lok hasn't actually gone down in that situation. I think most players would. I mean, here's another look at Pitgaram's effort. But just before this, as Dong-jun had skipped past the challenge of Noborizato, Yon Il-lok was having his jersey tugged by Jasil there. And I think the referee spotted it, you know, he just let it go on. And had a word with Jasil after the fact. Just told him to be careful. Yon Il-lok, to his credit, I mean, he tried to stay on his feet instead of going down and trying to win a penalty. Ki-hee with a touch into Bolthouse. Pitgaram. Well, a loose pass into the middle, picked up by Noborizato, but he's lost possession now. And Dong-jun has got an opportunity to use his pace and accelerate away down his right-hand side. Perhaps not quite the right option there from Lee Dong-jun. Just hurried the pass into the box. Now Doo-jae. There's an effort from a long way out. Won Doo-jae. Had a smile on his face, hands up to apologize to his teammates. Had to be a heck of a strike from that distance, and I guess it's worth an effort. And both these sides really struggling to create too many clear-cut opportunities in this game. There are always two aspects you can sort of analyze in any football match. You can look at it and say the attacking quality wasn't quite good enough. There's also the defensive aspect, and you can also say that defensively both teams have been absolutely fantastic. They've kept their organization well. They've closed the spaces together. They've set back when they've needed to sit back. They've added that sort of grittiness to their game. And one of the talking points coming into this as well was whether Ulsan would switch back to that, because you know they're well capable of showing that grittier element to their game in terms of their approach, that flexibility. You know, it's not just at times being good in possession, but they're quite happy to also sit back. And the question was whether Kawasaki would be able to adapt their game and adjust to that, and they certainly have. They've shown that they're not afraid at all to be the side that if they need to sit back, they need to be compact defensively, and they've shown that they can do that as well. And free kick is given here. Ji-hyun is a bit too aggressive. I don't think the flag went up for offside. I don't think he was offside. It's actually, I think he was just barging into the back of Jasil there. Just seen Kobayashi get clattered there. Kim Tae-hwan, he's not even looking at the ball at all. He's just sort of turned around and barged his shoulder into the chest of Kobayashi. It's been a fascinating little battle between those two down that side of the pitch. It's going on all game, really. Yenaga. Whipped in again towards the near post, and it's flicked on to Jesil. Again, it's good defending. Ended up back in the arms of Cho Hyun Woo. Noborizato under a bit of pressure from Dong Jun. Two players going into that ball there. 50-50 ball that was there to be won. Tachibanada and Lee Dong Jun. Yeah, you expect both players to really go in for that. And that's good to see. It's good that neither of these two got seriously injured there, but ball was there to be won. Both players going in full-blooded. Kento Tachibanada has had a really good outing for Kawasaki in midfield. He's worked very hard in those defensive phases. That's a very different game that he's playing here in the round of 16 and the ones he experienced in the group stages, where he scored 4 goals in his 5 appearances. A very different sort of challenge here for both these sides. An increase in the level and intensity in the competition after breezing through the group stages, both with a 100% record. Kawasaki scoring 27 goals, conceding just 3. Ulsan scoring 13, conceding just 1. Bitgaram swings it in. It's cleared away by Damiao. Comes back out to Bitgaram. Taehwan launches from deep. And it's catching practice for Jung. Launches it forward for Kai Chinen to chase. Tachibanada pushing forward, releases it into Yu Kobayashi. There's too many blue shirts there. They've recovered their position defensively very well. Ulsan on that transition. They've gotten bodies back into defensive shape very quickly. Kawasaki is still in possession here. Back out to Jesil. It's another attack that just fizzles out. Wonderful defensive discipline shown by Ulsan there. Good work rate to track themselves, get themselves back into a defensive shape there. Kill off the spaces that Kawasaki were looking to exploit on the counter-attack. Yamamura. Schmidt goes back to his keeper under a bit of pressure from Yoon Bitgaram. Elok into Bitgaram. And those moments of quality just lacking in those attacking areas. Bitgaram a bit too much on that pass there, too much weight on it for Elok. Possession stats for you there, 53% to 47%. The most important one is that it's 0-0 at the moment. I'm trying to recall clear-cut opportunities in this match, and I can only think of the one from Se-hun in that first half, which feels like a long time ago now. Delightful cross that was whipped in by Hong Chul, and Se-hun right in the middle of the goal in the 6-yard box, got his head on it and headed it straight down to Jung. Have a look at that pace and that drive from Lee Dong-jun. That's matched very well by Noborizato. Just looked for the moment like he was going to get in behind Lee Do-jun. Suffering from a bit of cramp, perhaps. Another one who's been very explosive in those wider positions. Noborizato, for the most part, has done his job defensively. Yamamura, out to Jasil. Bitgaram. Bolthouse did really well just to win that ball back in the midfield area here. Step forward to cut out that pass. Duje out to Hongchul. Bolthouse lifts it out wide into Bitgaram. Patient in possession again, Ulsan. They're sweeping it across the pitch. Keeping a hold of it. If you've got a hold of the ball, opposition can't hurt you. Although, commentator's curse comes into play there. Had a decent spell in possession up until Duje was just hurried into that pass and he put it out of play. Damiao. Wondu J. He's already on a yellow card here, Wondu J. So referee's got a decision to make. I think he's gonna let that one go. Let's have another look at that. He does step on the foot of Damiao, who's being a little bit over dramatic there, has to be said. Wondu J already on a yellow card. The referee using some wonderful common sense there. Great decision. It's headed on! Kai Chinnen. Right on the stroke of half-time. In extra time. We just headed back across the face of goal for Kai Chinnen. Just went to sleep there a little bit, that Ulsan defense. It was Joao Schmidt with the header into the 6-yard box. Kai Chinnen just trying to redirect it back towards goal. And he did well. Got himself back onside as well. Just sneaking in between Ji Hyun and Kim Ki-hee. Wonderful stop by Cho Hyun-woo. And they didn't have enough time there to take the corner. Kawasaki Frontale. Referee deciding very quickly just to blow for half-time here in extra time. So a quick drink. And then a changeover before we get going again into the second half of extra time. Still 0-0. And that one from Kai Chinnen, perhaps Kawasaki Frontale's best opportunity in this match so far. I'm just wondering here if there's going to be a change to be made by Hong Myung-bo. I think there will be. Toru Oniki has made just the one change to his side so far. His players are still going out there. They didn't have a match in J1 over the weekend. They were given a bit of a break. And we are going to see Shin Hyung-min, very experienced Shin Hyung-min, coming on for Ulsan. 35-year-old. It looked like he was going to come on. He's been told to just sit back down for the moment. So stripped off, ready to go. Kim Ki-hee. Lots of time on the ball now for Ki-hee in Bolthouse. Well, another loose pass that's gone out of play. The intensity of the match just perhaps getting to the players now. It's another stray pass, this time from Duje, and it's picked up by Kei Chinin. Ienaga. Still looking very lively. Kihiro Ienaga, 35 years of age. He's looking for that return pass from Kobayashi. Hong Chul now charging forward down this left-hand side. He's got Il Lok ahead of him. Only Ji Hyun in the box to go for. Chooses to lay it off into Bitkaram, who switches the angle of attack. Lee Chung-yong. Dong-jun. Kawasaki Frontale have got themselves back into defensive shape now again. So Ulsan are just going to have to be patient with this. I'm going to try and move that defense around. A quick movement of the ball as Il Lok turns away and gives it into Dong-jun. Effort from range by Lee Dong-jun there. He had a couple of defenders in front of him. Not a real clear-cut sight of goal. You can see just connecting underneath the ball. It's a good header by Chinin up against Bolthouse. Not too many players go up into aerial duels against Bolthouse and end up winning the header. Let's come back the way of Ulsan. Bitkaram. Bitkaram and Chung-yong seeing quite a bit of the ball in midfield. Just still looking for these opportunities to find one of these defense splitting passes, but it's incredibly difficult when the spaces in between the lines and the spaces behind the defensive line are limited. Lifted into the box, and there's just far too much on the diagonal. About to see a couple more changes for Kawasaki Frontale now. Damiao is being replaced by Daya Tono. Bit of a surprise here. He won't be stepping up to take a penalty if we get to penalties. Instead, it's 22-year-old Daya Tono coming on in his place. Very mobile Tono. 6 goals in 21 appearances for Kawasaki Frontale in J1. Tono making his 4th appearance in the competition. Scored just 1 goal, but he's picked up 3 assists. The other change that was made, Tatsuya Hasegawa. He's come on for Yu Kobayashi. We've just seen another Kawasaki Frontale player go down there. And it looks like it's Yamamura. So a bit more of tactical reshuffling. for Toroniki. Just have a look here at the bottom of your screen, bottom of your picture. It's Yamamura in the penalty area. Looks like he's about to go down here. Perhaps a bit of cramp there. You can just see his right leg freezing up. Doesn't look to be in good shape, Yamamura. Well, here's a change. Yamamura is going off. He's not going to be able to continue. Koki Sukagawa comes on to replace Yamamura. It looks like he'll be just slotting in straight into central defense alongside Jasil. All these fresh legs coming on for Kawasaki Frontale in the second half of extra time here. Let's see what sort of impact they can make. Tetsuya Hasegawa. (27 years of age). Normally plays on the left side or as a left winger. Making his fourth appearance in the AFC Champions League. He's got 2 goals so far. So long ball is played up top, comes out to Lee Dong-jun. Oh, he could have made himself the hero there, Lee Dong-jun. They went the direct route. Ulsan was headed back into his path by Kim Ji-hyun. A wonderful run by Ji-hyun as well, just to try and stretch that defense and head it back into Lee Dong-jun. I think it catches his shin rather than his laces. Doesn't quite get the right kind of control on that finish, Lee Dong-jun. A chance for Hasegawa to stretch his legs. His first real involvement down the left-hand side. Tetsuya Hasegawa smashed it, send it into the box, and it's come back out to Ienaga via Joao Schmidt. Ienaga. Wonderful play by Akihiro Ienaga. How composed and how cool was that from the veteran? That's 7 goals in J1 this season. Just holding off Yun Il-lok, waiting for that space to open up, and then he just pushes the ball into that space, takes the contact, goes down, wins a free kick. No problem, no fuss. I'll step up to take this one as well. Hacked away by Il-lok. Bolthouse forced into a long ball upfield, and again it's another free kick. Clumsy from Il-lok on Yamane. And he's not got his eyes on the ball, he's just looking at Yamane, isn't he, Il-lok there. Hong Chul completes the clearance. Smashes it up to the halfway line for Ji-hyun to Go and challenge in the air, wins it, and Joao Schmidt loses out to Wondu J. Referee again doing very well to let the game flow, decides to play the advantage. There's no real advantage at the cruise there for Ulsan. Instead it's Kawasaki who break forward now. Tono. Hasegawa gets Tono. Tachibanara. Ienaga. Chinen. Oh, what a wonderful move, and what a goal that would have been if Tachibanara could have found the finish. Have a look at this. 1 and 2 touch on the edge of the area. What an opportunity that was. Beautiful camera angle to just have a look for yourselves at how big a chance that actually was for Tachibanara. You backed him in that situation to go on and get his 5th goal of this season's campaign. Just as he struck it, it skipped off the turf, and starting to make excuses for him, aren't I? Should have finished that one. Wonderful opportunity for Kawasaki Frontale to open the scoring late on here. As Kim Tae-hwan has gone down and needs a bit of treatment. Joao Schmidt has picked up a yellow card for himself. Well, it's a good thing that they didn't make the change earlier with Shin Hyung-min, who was stripped off and ready to come on. Told to sit back down, and instead it's Lee Myung-jae, number 27, that has to come on here for Kim Tae-hwan, who is unable to continue. He's had a good battle. Kim Tae-hwan with Yu Kobayashi. It's a turn of Lee Myung-jae to make his appearance and see what he can do for his side in these closing few minutes of extra time that we've got here. We're edging towards a penalty shootout, unless there's late drama and someone comes up with a moment of magic from somewhere. It's just sealed. Makes a tired clearance or an attempted pass back to his goalkeeper. And goes out of play for a corner here to Ulsan late on. Can they make the most of this? Yunbit Garam will take his time to set himself up. How much are they going to risk, Ulsan? They're sending Bolthouse forward. They're sending Duje forward. The big guns are there. They sniff an opportunity to grab the winner here. Let's get back off the post. Kim Ji-hyun got his head on that ahead of Jung Sung-ryung. And time just seemed to freeze as everyone looked to see if the ball would end up in the back of the net. Come back off the post. Hong Chol has got Bit Garam in space ahead of him. Uses Bit Garam, sends it into the box. Well, there, nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with that from Kim Ji-hyun. It's just gotten in ahead of Jung Sung-ryung there. Just couldn't quite direct it over the line. Big chance for Ulsan. We almost had our late drama. 2 minutes, a minimum of 2 minutes to be added on. Before we head into a penalty shootout. Hasagawa unable to keep that one in play. Elo not giving up on this. Jasil not going to take any chances, just smashes it out of play. At least a minute still left in the second half of extra time. Lee Myung-jae. Hong Chul. Ilo. Oh, that's good work by Kai Chinen. Working hard defensively to take that space away from Yoon Il-lok. Closing down from the front there, Kawasaki Frontale, but it's come back out into Won Do-jae. One final opportunity perhaps. Headed away by Tsukagawa. And there you have it. Penalty kicks. The drama of a penalty shootout awaits us as referee Muhammad Abdullah Hassan blows for the end of extra time. It's been a bit of a risk-averse match overall. We've had a couple of opportunities for Kawasaki, a couple of those for Ulsan as well. Just lacking that bit of attacking quality in those key moments to really make those opportunities count. But as the game wore on, you got the sense that both these sides were perfectly happy not to take too many risks. Of course, his chances came their way. We'll try and put those opportunities away. Hasn't turned out to be the case, and we're all set for what will be a dramatic penalty shootout. It's do or die, win or bust. Look back then at some of the highlights from this game as Do-jae plays it out into Lee Chung-yong there, and then has a crack from long range himself, Won Do-jae. Just went sailing over the bar. It's an opportunity for you here to have a look at how limited the chances have been in terms of high quality chances. This was perhaps Kawasaki Frontale's best chance in the match. Coming through Kai Chinen, it's headed back across the face of goal by Joao Schmidt. It's a good save by Cho Hyun-woo. Couldn't quite make the most of that. Again, straight down the middle. And then Dong Jud trying to be that spark for Ulsan with that shot from range. Again, sailing over the bar. But what an opportunity this was for Kawasaki Frontale late on in the second half of extra time. This makes a complete hash of that. Tachibanada, who's been one of Kawasaki's better players in midfield. And then again, late on here, Ulsan with an opportunity to steal the winner. Kim Jae-hyun, what a leap that is. So read the flight of the corner that was coming in. Got his head on that. Took a bit of a deflection off Jung Sung-ryong, otherwise it could have ended up in the back of the net. Eventually hacked away, and off to a penalty shootout we go. Good luck messages just being exchanged there amongst the match officials and the respective captains, Lee Chung-yong and Noborizato. Noborizato taking over the armband from Leandro Damiao. Made his way off the pitch to be replaced by Tono. Two wonderfully talented goalkeepers here. Chung Sung-ryong, Jo Hyun-woo. What sort of impact can they have for their sides? It's looking like it will be Kei Chinen, the first to step up here for Kawasaki Frontale. Just a bit of advice there for the goalkeepers to make sure that they've got at least 1 foot on or over the line.
Okay, the line, please. Welcome. Don't touch the goal, please, boss. Huh? Don't touch the post.
Jo Hyun-woo just being told there that he's not allowed to touch the frame of the goal. Stay on the line until the kick. Kei Chinen to step up first for Kawasaki Frontale. Oh, puts it away. It's the power that took it past. Jo Hyun-woo got a hand to it. It's just the pace of this effort. Chung Sung-ryong steps into goal, and Lee Chung-yong steps up for Ulsan. The veteran Lee Chung-yong, 33 years of age. He's played at World Cups. He's played in the Premier League. He's played in Germany. All that experience. How does he use that in this moment? Can he pull Ulsan back on level terms? And he can. Lee Chung-yong puts his away comfortably. Let's have a look at his technique here as he runs up towards the ball. Just closes his foot right at the last moment. Tatsuya Hasegawa, his turn to step up. He came on for Yu Kobayashi in extra time. Oh, it's gone blazing over the bar. Tatsuya Hasegawa, he has a look at the turf. It's a poor penalty from the number 16. He steps up to take this. Yeah, you can see there, he just loses his footing, doesn't he? Hasegawa, you do feel sorry for him. Penalty spot just gave way. Excellent camera work. Wonduje then stepping up to potentially give Ulsan the lead in the shootout. Oh, his effort has come back off the crossbar. Pressure getting to these players. He's had a decent game otherwise, Wonduje. Ground doesn't give way there. He doesn't have the same excuse that Hasegawa has. We saw a lack of quality in attacking areas in the match. We're seeing a lack of quality from the penalties here, combined with that added pressure of this being a one-off tie. Stakes are high, a place in the quarterfinals away. Tono for Frontale. And he puts it away. No problem for Tono. Kawasaki Frontale back in the lead. Has a look at the penalty spot as well. Also had a bit of a slip on his standing foot. You can see just there how difficult it's going to be for these players. Lee Dong-jun is gonna do a bit of groundskeeping there, put it back in place. I don't think it's going to hold up, you know, for very long. Lee Dong-jun. Oh, it's a horrible penalty by Lee Dong-jun. But there might be a retake here. He might get a second bite of the cherry, Lee Dong-jun. Jung Sung-ryong, I think, was a judge to have just strayed off his line before the kick was taken. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, there you go, there you go. He's well off his line, isn't he? But it's still a poor penalty from Lee Dong-jun. He's a lucky boy. Second chance. It's saved by Jung Sung-ryong. There are two chances at that, Lee Dong-jun, and both penalties were poor. But credit to Jung Sung-ryong there for reading it well and making the save, not going early. Stood up as long as he possibly could. Joao Schmidt now. Looking to make it 3-1 for Kawasaki Frontale. Oh, he's placed it over the bar, Schmidt. And he's got no excuse. He's on his left foot. So his standing foot doesn't have to put its weight on the standing foot on the side of the pitch that was getting dug up there on the penalty spot. It's just a poor penalty under pressure from Joao Schmidt. Lee Dong-jun looking on. Ulsan have an opportunity here to get themselves back level. Yun Il-lok, mid-season signing from Montpellier. He's put it away. And they're back in this. 2-2 now. Lee Dong-jun will be feeling a lot better about himself, thanks to Joao Schmidt missing that opportunity to put Kawasaki Frontale 3-1 up. And then Yun Il-lok stepping up to get Ulsan back on level terms here. 2-2. The fifth kick coming up for Kawasaki Frontale now. Ienaga, who has been quality for Kawasaki. He's been a wonderful player for them through the years. Again, showed all his class and composure and technical ability here tonight. Needs good technique on this penalty. Akihiro Ienaga. Oh, it's a great save by Jo Hyun-woo. The veteran Ienaga getting his effort saved by Hyun-woo. Wonderful reach out by Jo Hyun-woo again. Standing up tall. Reading the penalty to perfection. Stretches all the way out to keep that one out. Could be the hero here, Jo Hyun-woo. No, he needs one of his teammates now. Ulsan with the opportunity to put this one away and take their place in the quarterfinals. And send Kawasaki Frontale packing. Yun Bitgaram, how are your nerves? They're perfectly fine. Yun Bitgaram puts his penalty away and Ulsan are through into the quarterfinals of the AFC Champions League. Winning the penalty shootout by 3-2. It's been a long night. It's been a tough night. It's been a challenging contest. Heartbreak for Kawasaki Frontale, but absolute delight for Ulsan Hyundai. Cho Hyun-woo with a massive save of Akihiro Ienaga. And then Bitgaram with that composure and quality to put it past Jung Seung-ryung, who, to his credit, did his part in goal for Kawasaki Frontale. Just straight down the middle there by Bitgaram. Loses his footing a little bit as well as that penalty spot falls apart. But did just enough, kept his balance for long enough to strike through the ball into the back of the net. And Ulsan make their way into the AFC Champions League quarterfinals. That's confirmation of the final score at full time. Ulsan Hyundai, your winners of your penalty shootout, into the quarterfinals. And their road towards potential title defense is still very much on. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage here of this round of 16 tie between Ulsan Hyundai and Kawasaki Frontale. That's the end of this one. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.
잠깐만, 스톱. 저희가 빨리.